Hello and welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd and you were watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. I've got breaking news coming out here for you, and we want to talk about the Israeli president. His name is Isaac Herzog. That's him right there in the photo. And he was recently on an interview on Sky News talking about this event yesterday where Israel came under attack by Iran. And while he's talking to this reporter, he told the reporter that Iran's attack on Israel was a declaration of war. This is really huge, okay? This means that Israel could most likely be launching a major attack on Iran and considering declaring war on them as well. All right, well, I will say that he did insist that they were seeking peace, that they are restrained apparently, and they do not want to escalate this. But obviously, if they do strike Iran directly, this will escalate the conflict. We also have reports that Iran is coming out and saying that if they decide to respond to this, that they will respond, I think, 100 or 1,000 times stronger than what we saw yesterday. And yesterday was a pretty unprecedented attack, I must say. Probably one of the largest attacks in the Middle East in history. Although, according to the IDF, there wasn't too much damage, at least from what we're being told. They said they shot down like 99% of these drones and missiles, but I'm sure that number is a lot higher than it probably should be. It's probably a lot lower than that. We do know that missiles were making it in. There's like video footage of cruise missiles striking the remote airfield. So I want to talk about this because this could be major escalation here, and this could be proving that Israel could be launching an attack soon. I do have some unconfirmed reports that we may see Israel launching their attack tonight, okay? Apparently on Hebrew News, I think it's Hebrew News 14, if I'm not mistaken, there's a news channel that was talking about this, saying that that Israel had approved their attack for tonight. But then we also have mainstream media saying the opposite, that if anything, there's a delay, okay? There's going to be a delay in response, if there even will be a response from Israel. But I just wanted to share that with you. But again, unconfirmed at this time. Yeah, here's the article on Sky News real quick. Iran attacked was declaration of war, Israeli president says, but insists we are seeking peace. Okay, so yeah, very big news. I just wanted you to see that. I actually have the video footage of this interview, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at this together. I'd rather have him tell you directly instead of me just reading the article. I think it's much better content. So let's go ahead and take a look at this together and see what he has to say here.
Do you think, be very clear, do you think Israel should respond to the attacks last night by retaliating against Iran?
So as I told you, every one of us should look and ask, what would we do had we been attacked in such an aggressive way as we were attacked last night from four corners of the Middle East with proxies shooting at us, firing missiles and ballistic missiles, drones, and cruise missiles. This is like a real war. I mean, this is a declaration of war, not because we are restrained and because we know the repercussions and because we have deliberations with our partners. We are considering all options, and I'm quite confident that we will take the necessary steps that are necessary to protect and defend our people. We are not war seekers. I think I would leave it.
Do you think, be very clear, do you think Israel...
Okay, so I just want to note something real quick here, is that, think about this. Israel struck the Iranian consulate in Syria, okay? Not on Iranian territory. They struck the consulate in Syria. Now, I'm not justifying this attack and saying it was okay, but technically this was not a strike on Iranian territory. So it is interesting that Iran decided to launch this attack on Israel, but at the same time, they've been upset with Israel for a very, very long time now, especially with what's going on in the Gaza Strip. So it doesn't surprise me that they did this, but to the magnitude of this attack, I see what he's talking about when he says this is a declaration of war. Because again, think about this. If this Iranian consulate was on Iranian territory, that would make sense for them to respond in that kind of a way, because then they'd be like, okay, this is a declaration of war. This is an attack on our nation, not in a nearby country like Syria. So I don't know. I just wanted to note that. I thought that was kind of interesting to think about. That, maybe that's why they're saying this is a declaration of war, because obviously this was a very major attack coming from Iran yesterday. Okay, they launched like, I don't know, 350 projectiles towards Israel, maybe even more. There was like hundreds of drones, missiles, cruise missiles, ballistic missiles. Okay, Hezbollah was firing rockets as well. So there may have been well over 1,000 projectiles in total with all these proxies in Iran that were fired at Israel just yesterday. So very crazy news. There's a couple other things I want to show you here. Okay, this is from the Israeli Defense Forces page on X. Okay, and this is Daniel Hagari, the Rear Admiral of the IDF. And it says here, even while under attack from Iran, we have not lost sight, not for one moment, of our critical mission in Gaza to rescue our hostages from the hands of Iran's proxy Hamas. Listen to IDF spokesperson Rear Admiral Daniel Hagari's full statement. So he puts out a statement here talking about that basically they're still going to get these hostages rescued from Hamas. They still plan to engage with them. I don't know. We'll see if they go to Rafah whenever they invade there. But then they also talk a little bit about this from attack yesterday. So let's take a look at this together. It's just 2 minutes long.
Last night, a defensive coalition of Israel and its international partners successfully thwarted a large-scale attack from Iran. Iran and its proxies launched over 350 suicide drones, cruise missiles, and ballistic missiles and rockets from Iran, Iraq, Yemen, Hezbollah in Lebanon towards Israel. With approximately 60 tons of warheads and explosive materials. But the threat from Iran was met with the aerial operational, technological, and intelligence superiority of a united defensive coalition of international allies led by the United States together with Great Britain, France, and other partners in the region. Together, we intercepted 99% of the threat towards Israel. Together, we thwarted Iran's attack. Iran's unprecedented attack was met with an unprecedented defense. This was the first time that such a coalition worked together against the threat of Iran and its proxies in the Middle East. Even while under attack from Iran, we have not lost sight, not for one moment, of our critical mission in Gaza to rescue our hostages from the hands of Iran's proxies, Hamas, of our moral duty to do everything we can to bring back home 133 hostages. Hamas recently rejected the hostage release proposal offered to them by the mediators. Hamas and Iran want to ignite the Middle East and to escalate the region. We are still on high alert and assessing the situation. Over the last few hours, we approved operational plans for both offensive and defensive actions. We will continue to protect the state of Israel, and together with our partners, we will continue to build a more secure and stable Middle East. Thank you.
Okay, so this was actually
Last night,
this was actually just coming out earlier. So let me see. April 14th, 2:18. Okay, so this was actually just in the last hour or two at the time that I'm recording this on April 14th that this came out. And he says here towards the end, where does he say here? Right here. Okay, that they, over the last few hours, we approved operational plans for both offensive and defensive actions. So I told you earlier that I had unconfirmed reports that they may be striking Iran here today, okay, with the next like 24 hours, maybe sooner. So I don't know. I don't know if this lines up here, but this did come out on the official page for the Israeli Defense Forces, okay? This is the IDF here. Okay, so very crazy. I don't know. We might see something big happening here very soon. And I just wanted to give you the latest there from the IDF spokesperson. That's Daniel Hagari, the Rear Admiral. So obviously they're going to be going into the Gaza Strip here too. They're still going to be operating throughout the Gaza Strip, and we're still waiting for them to launch this offensive into Rafah. I'll probably be doing an update on that here pretty soon because there's lots of news coming out from Gaza. But one last thing I wanted to show you here is a there's a video here from Nexta, okay? And this says, Iran's parliament chants death to Israel. Iran has notified the U.S. through Switzerland that their bases will become a military target if Washington supports an Israeli retaliatory strike. So that's why I put out a video earlier saying that Biden said that they were not going to get involved with Israel if Israel were to strike Iran, because they don't want to escalate this. And Iran's coming out and telling the U.S., hey, you better not get involved, or we're going to strike your bases in the Middle East and ignite this conflict, obviously. So I want you to see this. It's like a minute and a half long. We're not going to watch the whole thing because it's kind of repetitive, but you can see here, this is the parliament of Iran, and apparently they're chanting death to Israel. So take a look. Okay, so this gets a little repetitive. It's obviously the same thing, but you can see here clearly the members of parliament in Iran are very united. And if that's what they're chanting here is death to Israel, they are very serious about retaliating on Israel. And there's been many threats coming out from the government of Iran saying they want to wipe Israel off the map. They want to destroy them. Just crazy threats here. And, this just shows right here how serious they are about taking Israel down. So I just wanted you to see that because I thought it was absolutely insane to see Parliament coming together like that and being very serious about wanting to destroy the state of Israel and chanting death to Israel. It's just absolutely crazy. So let me know what you think down below. I just wanted to bring you an update regarding this, but we could be seeing Israel targeting Iran here pretty soon. And this is very scary because this can definitely lead to at least a major regional war, and the U.S. is obviously involved here. And if the U.S. is involved, that could drag many, many other countries into this. I'm talking the U.K., maybe other Middle Eastern countries. And then on Iran's side, if they came under attack, we've already heard that China, Russia, North Korea, they'd all be willing to come and back them if they were to come under attack. So this is literally World War III here, ladies and gentlemen, and it's very scary. And I want you to understand that the threat of this is very real. It's not a joke. And we could be, literally days or hours away from something major happening here. So please prepare yourselves and be ready for anything to happen. Hopefully nothing does, okay? Hopefully this is all just a big spoof and it'll kind of blow over here in the next days and everything will be okay. But, we live in a world now where things change in a quick instant. So again, let me know what you think down below. Share your thoughts, concerns, and opinions down in the comment section. If you got something out of this update, please smash that like button. And also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing down below and hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you the next time I put out a video. And with that, I hope you all have a great day. Everybody take care and God bless out there. We'll see you in the next one.